Hey guys, it's jcsreborn journey here. I'm trying to start this video, but it's not really easy, is it? You guys, saw my video before. If you saw it, it was like almost 2 hours long. I apologize. I don't even have time to watch it, but I thought that it's important for you to see all aspects of what I go through during this time, and to talk to you guys a little bit about, because I'm not alone. I know that there are other people out there that are going through the same thing, whether it's just grief or transitioning or wanting to transition but can't, or whatever you're going through. And I think it's important for the world to witness all aspects of everything, and including in the reborn community, because our babies help us, and everybody that knows me knows how much I love my babies. And I just feel really detached from life, from my babies that I love. I can't pick them up. And my dysphoria is killing me. My pain is killing me. But my pain is caused also from stress. I'm sure that makes it worse. And we started massage therapy. And I think that I need to reevaluate a few things with my PT guy. In regards to a few things. Maybe it's what he's doing, it's most likely what I'm doing, and get a better game plan. I was swimming. He did say he only wanted me swimming twice a week, and maybe I overdid it. Maybe it's not something that my body needed yet. They also have a hot tub, and I'm thinking maybe that would be the better option for this week, and I want to know from him how, if he thinks it will be beneficial, and when, and if I should do it before PT, after PT, what works best. And if he doesn't know, I'll just be like, well, then take a guess and I'll do it. And I think for me also, like, just having all the time in the world. Obviously I don't have time. I have things I'm doing, but I need structure, and yeah, so that's that. My dysphoria is really bad today. I went through all my clothes, and I still have some more clothes to go through, but some stuff that I really want to hold on to just in case. We're going to hold on to it until after I transition. That means after top surgery, maybe I'll feel different. Maybe I won't mind wearing a little bit baggier clothes then. Right now, I feel like I'm 500 pounds. And I'm making myself sick. I mean, I'm eating what I'm supposed to eat. Like, I'm eating, even though I'm not getting all the calories, at least I'm, having a protein drink, or a protein, everything that I'm eating is healthy. I'm just not eating enough. And do I worry about that or not? Like, am I affecting my body more or not? And I don't know. And I'm really in a lot of pain today. One thing I did do is I bought on eBay, I bought a mat for in here, so I'm kind of trying to work and get some of this stuff out of here organized, and it's stressing me out, and I can't do it fast enough. And you guys know that I don't do very well with clutter. That really kills me. And I think having too much of Dennis's stuff here is not healthy either. So my mom is allowing me to some of the stuff that I want to keep, so I can go through that a different time and kind of focus maybe a little bit on myself. But I've never done soul searching before, you know, and trying to have a reason to live. I promised Dennis I would be okay. I did. I want to keep that promise. But I miss him. It's a relationship I'll never have again. It's a guy that you guys will never know what we truly had, because we never really had him on camera. I mean, you saw him a few times when he was sick, but you never really got to know him, and, you know, neither did his, the people around him. I was the one that knew him the best. And I was even talking to the doctor's office, because I went to see my PCP, and even they're like, what do you want us to help you with? And there really wasn't anything they could do other than to talk to me, and just so they know how I feel, and, you know, talk about medicine, because they're doctors, and what they, you know, I trust him more than a new psychiatrist that I've never met before, who I don't like, and I'm looking for a new one. I mean, even my doctor was just like, dude, Thorazine, that's pretty potent there, and he knows me. He knows that, you know, and he's just like, try and do this on your own first before taking that. But that is why I'm here talking to you. I don't normally do this, but I don't really care. I don't have a tissue nearby, but this is Dennis's shirt. This is one of the last shirts I bought him. I think he only got to wear it a few times. It's not just Dennis. I mean, yeah, sure, I miss him, but I spent 10 years where I didn't have to take care of myself. I got to take care of Dennis. And I never liked myself. Never. I know I'm a sweet person or a nice person and a good friend, but I just really wish I'd be a good friend to myself. I mean, you can buy whatever you want in the world. It's not gonna, you know, it's not gonna make you happy. You know, I'm not even looking at babies online. I mean, part of me fears that my transition's gonna change my feelings about them, and that scares me. I mean, I don't necessarily have to have as many as I have, but I don't know. I just don't know at all. And not playing with them probably has affected me. and I'm trying to do whatever they call soul searching. My dysphoria, though, and it's I need to see that guy. I need to see, and I think that like once, like a year from now, after top surgery, and I'm probably, by this time next year, either talking or discussing about hysterectomies and that stuff, or I would probably say that would probably be, if top surgery would be like, between February and March, then I wouldn't want to have a hysterectomy before then. Like, you have to recover a little bit there. And once that's done, I would say the following year, I want to start and see a bottom surgeon, so I would say that would probably be what would be happening next year around this time. At least that's the plan. And I just want to see a bottom surgeon so we can discuss it and talk about it and find out the options, and, are there ways around some of the things that they do that we could do a little differently for me. And, a lot of surgeons, they're like, it's my way or the highway, and that gives me the option of, do I really want to do that or not? And, I do have a prosthetic. It's a adhesive prosthetic. For those that are transgender that are watching this, it's from Real Magic. It's REEK Magic, and I think the Magic's with a K at the end too. I don't know. But so I'm almost done paying that off, and there are parts of the transition I'm a little concerned about. Like, you grow down there a little bit, and is that going to make me more dysphoric? Is it going to make me less dysphoric? I don't know. I think ultimately, I would probably need to do bottom surgery, but those are many, many surgeries, and can my body or mental state handle it, is the question. And like, I can't even look at myself right now. That's how bad my dysphoria is. And I don't know if I'm ready to, like, right now, I have enough clothes. Do I really need to buy anything right now? Like, I just have to do laundry. I think that if I wanted to pick out a couple of, like, new things, that's fine, but I don't think going and buying a bunch of stuff, because I just bought some stuff maybe a month or so, like, right after Dennis passed, maybe, and I don't want them. I don't, and I think it's also been harder because the transition's been a lot more difficult for me, because for some reason the doctors are not understanding a word that comes out of my mouth, so they don't understand, and we're fighting about it. And most people are probably just like, they do whatever the doctor wants, and they just finally met a patient that was like not having it and not like, and fighting for their rights and what they wanted. And I don't think doctors are very used to that. I mean, I know that Dennis's doctors didn't like me very much because of that, but a lot of people said I was a good advocate for him because I stuck up for him and wouldn't stop fighting until we got what we needed. So, taking away from that, people, stick up for yourself, speak up for yourself, find that inner, I need to do it, and fight for it. I think that, I am stubborn, but my stubbornness is, can be a bad thing, but my stubbornness can also be a good thing. And in that sense, I'm too stubborn to give up. I'm too stubborn to just be like, oh, okay, I'll just listen to what you have to say. I think that once I lose, I would say at least 15 to 20 more pounds, I think I might start feeling a little bit more comfortable. I think it probably didn't help me mentally when the top surgeon was just like thinking I need to lose like 40 pounds. I'm like, wow. And I could surely do that because I'm OCD, and I could really do that because I would want to. Now, mind you, you probably got like 20 pounds just in boobs there, and that's, sucks. So, I just don't want to be losing the wrong thing. So when I'm losing weight, am I losing fat or am I losing muscle mass or what? But I am having enough protein. I'm having enough potassium. I am getting, I think the hardest thing for me right now is the calories, but I'm not having that much sugar, not having that much salt. I'm really trying really hard, but I'm also, and I eat every 3 hours. I know I have to get my hot chocolate. So, the hot chocolate is a Medifast hot chocolate, so that's 14 grams of protein in a hot chocolate, and it had good potassium in it, and it's not the worst hot chocolate in the world. It tastes okay, and it's just, whatever. And my mom's been so awesome. It's really been helping me out. I had to let her know that I'm in so much pain that I'm contacting the massage therapist. So I already have an appointment for Thursday, but I think I need 2 this week just to really try and get PT to work for me. Like, I'm really in so much fucking pain. It's just, I'm beside myself. I don't know what to do. Like, it hurts when I sit, it hurts when I stand, it hurts when I walk. I can't lift. I mean, my brother tried to come over and teach me how to play the guitar today, and even my fingers were, he's like, you're weak in your hands. I'm weak everywhere. And I guess I need to strengthen all my muscles, and I have PT this week 3 times. So I was thinking possibly the hot tub would be something that would be appropriate. And, with 2 massages, and then the following week, which is the 18th, I'm going back to the back doctor, and we're gonna have I'm really hoping that by talking to her and explaining everything the best to my ability, meaning that every muscle hurts. I guess I'm very, very weak, and physical therapy is helping, but it's a lot slower of a process than I would like, meaning that I would need to continue physical therapy for at least another month to 2 months if I could, as long as insurance. I don't know what the insurance guidelines are. I don't know how that works, and I get worried because right now PT is the only thing really mentally and physically helping me. I mean, I have a place to go, I have people to talk to, I like my PT guy, we're cool, we shoot the shit, like, it's like my only social interaction besides counseling, and now being able to, instead of looking at the past, I put myself ahead 20 years and try to look at what I need to do now in order to get there. In order to get there then. That's the stuff that was making me cry. The words that... So, I'm trying to, like today I had this soundscape music on. We got candles going. We got the little warmer going over there. And we're just really trying to just make it like as peaceful as possible. I know it's getting like late. It's like 11 now, but I need to get some of this stuff done. So, what I want to try and start doing is like doing baths every night, and with the Epsom salts and the lavender, and turning all the lights off and all that stuff. But right now I really need to try and get this house in order, man. This is just killing me. Like, really. So much anxiety. It's making me sick. The loss of Dennis is making me sick. Just, I don't know what to do with myself anymore. And, I know some of you that are religious or whatever. I'm not religious. But I think some spiritual guidance may not be necessarily a bad thing, because maybe I can talk about how to soul search, maybe, or get there, or I don't know. Also, we're gonna try and do some support groups, but just thinking of Dennis's kids make me have anxiety attacks. I can't even talk about that. I need to learn how to breathe too. Just having panic attacks all the time now. They really suck. I know what you're gonna say. Why don't you hold the baby? Maybe you'll feel better. We'll get there. We'll get there. You know, and the doctors are concerned, and I guess they have like outpatient, more like therapeutic, blah blah blah. I don't even know what it's called or whatever, but I'm gonna leave it on the table. I'm not ready to do that yet, but if I can't get myself mentally better, I would rather do something where it was more like afternoon at night. Like, I'm not looking for something like all day long, but I guess it's like some I don't know exactly kind of what it entails, but I think when I see my counselor, or if I'm having a really hard time this week, I might ask my counselor about it before I see her. But I think it might be something worth discussing, because I think possibly having a little bit more intensive therapy right now may not necessarily be a bad thing. It would be a place to go. It'd be people to see. I'm not looking to make friends. I always got myself in trouble every time I made friends in those places. So much trouble. Oh my god. Trouble ain't even the word for it. But just don't even know anymore. You know, I fight with myself not to hurt myself. I'm angry with myself because I haven't felt like doing that in so long. Like, how sick could I be to feel this way? And I think it's also overwhelming for me because feelings I haven't had, like suicidal thoughts and harming myself like this, and just, I think it's scaring me. I am, I guess, in more sound mind than I was maybe 20 years ago, because I probably would have already been hospitalized, because I wouldn't have given a fuck, and I would have just went right off the handles, because I always am really good at sabotaging my life. Especially during depression or mania. So, I'm not manic, you would know it. I'm afraid I'm gonna get there. I don't want to get there. but I am noticing the ups and downs and ups and downs of my mental status. I'm hoping that the testosterone, so testosterone can do one of two things. It can either make your mental illness worse, or it can make your mental illness better. So there's a pro and a con, because some people think it's actually going to mellow you and do better, which I'm really hoping for. So I'm tired of feeling this way, and I think if I can start seeing some results, and just learning to take fucking one day at a time, and I don't do very good with that. I need like my whole year, planned out for me in advance, and at least a month and a couple months sometimes, and I need to know exactly what I'm doing the following day, and I prepare my brain for it. And if I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna stay home, then that's what I'm doing. I'm staying home. And if something changes, so like if I have myself like, okay, you're staying home today, and then somebody calls and says, hey man, let's go out and do this, that, and the other thing, that's actually anxiety for me. Like, I can't handle like a last minute kind of thing. Now, Tuesday, we did kind of have a last minute appointment that we had to add in to that day, but it was because of the testosterone, so that wasn't like it was actually kind of stressing me out, because I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get to Boston, and and I'm like, how am I gonna do this, and like, last minute. So yeah, it does fuck me up big time, really bad, like I need things planned out. Like, I can't just like wake up in the morning and be like, okay, so what am I doing today? Like, I need to already know, waking up, like, okay, gotta wake up this time, gotta do this, gotta do that, I gotta get out here, I gotta do this, I'm going there, I'm going there, I'm going there. So I need, yeah. So I pain everywhere. I don't like my mental state. And that's the other thing too. My mental state has never made me physically ill. I mean, I've been throwing up, I'm not eating right, I'm not sleeping good. I mean, my whole body aches, my heart aches, I'm having panic attacks all the time, my back is killing me, just my hips hurt, my muscles, and my everywhere, from head to toe, like, getting headaches. I mean, I've never been so sick like this mentally. Like, I've never had my mental state make me feel this way. Never in my life. And a lot of it's my dysphoria too. And you also gotta remember, I watched my husband die in front of me, and that wasn't cool. And watching the man that I loved for 10 years just change. Everything about him changed. I mean, he saw a piece of dust on the floor and I had to pick it up. Like, it stressed him out, and he was never like that, and it's just, it's crazy what cancer can do to somebody mentally and physically, and not want to eat, and I think I'm kind of traumatized by what I had to witness and see and deal with, and I had no time to even think about me, and we moved twice. I mean, well, technically 3 times, because I mean, we were homeless for about 3 weeks, and hospitalized over 7 times. I'm sure I've already said that to you guys, and I have a box of his stuff right here. And I'll tell you, my dysphoria is really bad, because, and I'll talk to you about in detail, like, what is going on. So, right now my face is really bothering me. So, to me, I look fat, I look like a female, I don't like that. I don't like the chest, obviously, my stomach, your love handles. For me, though, I mean, I don't know how other people feel when they're transitioning, but the beginning of transitioning, like, I've always lived my life as a guy. Since I was very young, 7. Like, I finally convinced my mom to finally let me wear boy clothes. And I was finally allowed to wear, have my hair cut by 10, because they were tired of hearing it, and it wasn't gonna, go away. And, you keep hearing, like, the tomboy, blah, 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 it's just a phase. That just irks me more, and, like, no, I'm a boy, like, what part of that don't you understand? Now, let's just say this. There were some things in my life, from the time I was 5 to the time I was 10, that could have made the adults in my life wonder if these events made me feel the way I did. And we're talking about sexual abuse here. And, I can say the doctor or the psychiatrist that I respected and trusted the most and was with for over 13 years, the way that he explained it to me is that he doesn't believe that these events caused it. He thinks that it could have possibly just triggered it. So, like, not, and I do wonder, I'm like, if these things never did happen, would I be, but I definitely remember, like, Mom doesn't remember this, and I do, like it was yesterday. I couldn't really explain things, but I remember being, like, really sad at 5, and 5 and 6 and 7, and, telling Mom that I wanted to go back inside and try again, and not be a girl. I don't know how I explained it to her, or even if but that was definitely the thought. If I didn't say it, that was definitely what I was thinking. Because a 5-year-old doesn't really know how to express themselves yet. But yeah, that young, I was definitely. So, for me, right now, the things with the dysphoria is men have hair, women don't have hair in certain areas, and, like, legs and arms, and I feel very dysphoric not shaving. I mean, I've been shaving since I was 12, my legs, and because that was what you're supposed to do. But I also shaved my face, and my family didn't know this until this year, 3 months ago. But I've been shaving my face since I was 18. I mean, I taught my friend how to shave. Like I said, I've lived my life as a guy, and, now during my transition, I'm just like, because I see myself as, how do I say this? I mentally and physically feel like a male, but I know that everybody else sees me as a female, so I'm really fighting hard to be more like a guy. And even my brother was just like, you've always been a guy, you've always acted like a guy, you always do guy stuff. And even today, like, when we were talking about, here I am talking about my dick again, and he's just like, there you go, see, you're already talking like a guy already. I guess not all guys talk about their dicks, but a lot of them think about it, or talk about it, or whatever. Usually when I'm with my guy friends, they're always talking about something about that. But not every guy is like that, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it's just not easy. It is a big step. Part of me is just like, I can't believe this is actually happening. Like, yay! And then I get angry with myself because I'm just like, okay, I Why are you trying to sabotage what you wanted for 30 plus years? All the bullying and all the, are you a boy or a girl? Or when they know that you are a girl and basically tell you to your face. Or you get those questions because they can't understand that you're transgender and what that means. Go fucking look it up. You know, are you gay? Are you bi? Are you this? Are you that? And it's like, dude, like, what the fuck? You know, or being called names. It was really, really hard as a kid. I can tell you I'm kind of glad that it happened as young as it did for me, only because, you know, I think it probably would have been harder if I was, like, struggling with it as a teenager. So, like, it was very defined. It was very, like, this is what I am, accept me for me, fuck you if you don't. I didn't care. But you also have to understand, I have severe learning disabilities, and when I was younger, I couldn't really express myself like I can today, you know? I still have a hard time expressing myself today, but I'm better than I was. I mean, I was in speech therapy for 6 years, and, you know, it was really, really difficult. Like, always the outsider, always, you know, got in fights with kids in school all the time, you know. I was even getting bullied in workplaces, and I think the worst was when they knew, like, yeah, I know you know I'm a girl, but when you sexually harass me. And I don't mean in a transgender way. I mean, like, as a girl and being sexually harassed as a girl. That was hard. Because it's like, what the hell, man? Like, I know that happens. It's one thing if you're actually like, yeah, I'm a girl and I dress like a girl and I identify as a girl. But when you don't identify as a girl and then you're being sexually harassed like one, I've had some other types of encounters where, you know, because I'm very open. I've always been open. And if you're going to hang out with me and you're going to be my friend, you're definitely going to know I'm transgender right from the start. Like, people always knew. You know, bathrooms are pretty difficult right now, especially transitioning. That's the hardest. And I think that's going to be really hard for me all around, until the transition's complete, probably, or it will happen for quite some time. And then when we have all this crap going on in the United States today about transgender people and the bathroom, and you gotta do it at the birth, you know, whatever the sex of the birth is, and blah blah blah, and dude, I don't even think they should even have a say until you know how we actually feel about it. And one thing for me that's really making me even more dysphoric is that our birth certificates, I guess, can't change. I really don't want my birth name to haunt me for the rest of my life, and I would like to find a way to fix that. It's just a type. It's just a simple type, like a typo. You can have a transgender birth certificate. Why not? like, you have your original birth certificate, and then you can have a transgender birth certificate that I wouldn't even care if it said transgender on it, to be quite honest with you. And it could have your name at birth, and then your name now, and whatever, and however your birth certificate was before. Right now, I can't worry too much about that, but I definitely would love to be able to fix that. And wow, I've been really sick, man. Really sick. I get like lightheaded and just feel like really just, it's really just making me sick. And it's not the testosterone doing this to me. I know that because I've only had one freaking dose that was therapeutic. And it takes quite a few doses to kind of like really do its job, I guess. It takes a long time for testosterone to do what it needs to do. But I'm seeing the doctor again, the other doctor that I don't really like as much. I actually like this doctor better, but whatever. And I guess I'm keeping that appointment with her, but I am going to change to the other doctor. I do like him better. I think I need some more male people in my life, especially during my transition. And I liked him better. Like, why would I be on a different dose? And the other thing is the other person's a nurse practitioner. This guy is a doctor. I want a doctor. I don't want a nurse practitioner. I don't want somebody that thinks they know what they're doing. I want somebody that actually does know what they're doing. No offense to anybody who's a nurse practitioner, but please, when we're talking about transgender stuff, I want a real doctor. So I'm keeping the appointment with her, but I am going to change to the other guy. They work on the same team anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And I think actually on Monday I'm gonna call. And because he said to keep that appointment with her on the 27th, but I am going to schedule appointments with him, because I guess you have to go every month for quite a few months, and I really would rather see him than her. If I had to like switch back and forth, I wouldn't mind doing that, but I definitely want him part of my, being able to see him and be part of my transition with me. That poor guy. I felt so bad. Like, he probably doesn't want me as a patient. I freaked out, and we just could not. I was just so overwhelmed and so tired, and I mean, they knew everything. They knew about Dennis. I told them about Dennis and told them where I was at mentally, and told them, like, I'm really scared because I don't want this to affect my transition, and almost hospitalized just last night, which was Monday. And my biggest fear is I don't want to be hospitalized because I don't want anything to jeopardize my top surgery. Like, that's really what will finally, I think, like, these little steps right now with the name change and the this and the date and all that stuff. But once I actually have top surgery, oh my God. Like, that will be the icing on the cake. How's that for an answer? You need the testosterone, but see, this is the thing, because I am big-breasted and I can't hide it, that makes me even more dysphoric and it makes me feel more fat. But testosterone is going to start changing the way you look, so more like a guy, and that's where I'm going to feel even more dysphoric by not having, or by having female features but looking like a guy. That would really look just creepy to me anyways. Thank you for listening, people. These do help when you feel like you want to, like, kill yourself. Instead of going to a knife or ODing, I pick up my camera and I talk to you instead. And then after I talk about it, I feel better. So thank you. But I think it's important. I think it's important for people to to know and to be aware and to, you know, kind of come with me during this transition. And we're gonna have our ups and we're gonna have our downs, and right now we're just having a lot of downs with a little bit ups, and hopefully we just keep going up and not down anymore. I don't know if I mentioned this before. I'll mention it again. Oh yeah, I did. I think I did in the other video about the teeth. So as you see, I am not wearing my teeth. I'm giving my gums a break, but also with the massage, they're massaging the face as well, which is good because she said this will help, you know, be able to keep your dentures in comfortably or whatever, and my hair just is bothering me. So the hair thing, I don't quite know what I want to do. I'm trying to grow it out, and then I was gonna try and like have it go back or something. Like, I just don't even know. And she's not cutting it right, so it's stressing me out. And every time I go to get her hair cut, you're fucking it up and you're pissing me off. Because I don't necessarily want this part. I don't know. She just goes up too high and I don't like it. But I like my hairdresser. So, and the other thing too is it's like you're trying to, while you're trying to grow your hair out, you're still trying to have some kind of hair grow, you know, whatever. And I'm like, do I want to continue like doing that? Or basically what I guess I do is I just wait until it really, really bothers me. Because I can't stand hair in my head. But what's going to happen is your hairline's going to start receding with testosterone. Most of them have that problem. I don't really care, but I figured if I started growing my hair out now, that it would kind of like be able to go over it or whatever, and I just haven't quite decided what I want to do for a haircut yet. I know everybody's telling me they like my hair and stuff. I'm sorry guys, I feel so bad for you guys, because I know you guys look forward to my videos, and you want to see the babies, and you like me when I'm stable. Hey, guess what? I like when I'm stable too, you know? Aren't I more fun when I'm stable? I would think so. Alright guys, I think I gotta go back to work. It's stressing me out. My body's aching me. I don't know what to do with myself anymore. I just really, you know, I am gonna try and you know, I think I definitely want to try. I want to start writing a book, and I gotta start from the beginning first, and that's really hard for me to talk about. I was mentioning it to my brother, because my brother and my sister don't know about, one, I don't think they watch my YouTube videos, but they don't know what happened before they were born. And it wasn't just my experience too, it's another family member's experience. So I would be, you know, talking about something with them, and I need to discuss it with him first before I do that. Like, obviously I wouldn't, you know, that's a big thing, and I don't want to, like, I could leave that part out if he didn't feel comfortable. So I want to just talk to him about it, because that is a part of my life, and it is part of, you know, but we don't necessarily need to know who things were done with who and stuff. I guess that's the easiest way I can explain it. Like, and I think I would like to write it as I'm the one saying it. Like, you're hearing it from me versus in a third person. Like, some books are third person. Now, the other thing about writing for me, I don't read books. So, I don't know how they're supposed to go or anything like that. I know they have, like, a table of content. And you have, like, you know, something, what is that, like an autobiography? Something in the back of the book about the author or whatever. And I really want pictures in there because it would be pictures of my life. It would be my baby picture. It would be my, you know, pictures of as a kid, and you can see the transition right from there. And pictures of Dennis and talking about that part of my life and different parts of my life and the bipolar part and all of it. And, you know, I think I want to do it now because then, like, I can then start writing about the transition and the hard parts and the good parts, and I'll have, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. I think writing would be a good therapy for me. I think I'm also, like, in denial. Like, I feel like if somebody just, like, took Dennis away and won't give him back, you know, so death is a really hard concept to fathom. You know, my friend died over 20 years ago, and, you know, to me, I just feel like, you know, he's just out living his life somewhere. You know, and, but he's really gone. He's not here. He's not, you know, and I think about it sometimes. I'm like, you know, of how old he would have been and what he would have done, and, you know, he could have had kids and would have had a wife and could have had a job, and all that was just gone because he killed himself. You know, like, so I still think about him today. I thought that was tough. I mean, we all experience loss of some form in our life, but I don't know, man. I think a spouse is pretty hard, and Dennis and I had something so special that not anybody's ever going to know about, because it's nothing that you can put into words. People will learn more about him. What I want to do is I want to make collages of stuff that he's collected through his entire life. You know, he's a big magazine guy, but these are things that he liked, so I'm going to make a collage of it and, you know, put a couple of maybe pictures of him on it somehow, and give it to his doctors. But we never did a service, so I think that would be more intimate. I wanted to get like a cake and bring it to the office, and we could just have like just 5 minutes of a thing for Dennis. Like, I would set it up where the doctor could actually be there, because he's not always there, but I would like to have 5 minutes of his time and all the people that helped us through that, so I'd want them to, like, be there. So I would definitely, when I was ready, to set that up, because it's only 5 minutes of your time, and have some cake. You know, I can't really bring myself to talk about him. I can't. And everything I see him. And that's where I think I'm having a hard time at home now, because it's almost like there's too many things of him, and I feel like this, kind of like I did at the trailer. So yep. But anyways, my dysphoria is the one that's really kicking my butt, and so's Dennis. But I couldn't honestly tell you which one was more unbearable. But, well, they both are pretty strong, and I just think that Casey finally just lost it. You know, what the hell? I have a right to lose it every once in a while, don't I? I mean, don't we all? I think our bodies can only handle so much emotion, or feelings, or stress, or whatever, and then all of a sudden you're just like, hey, what the hell? You know, you also have to realize, I mean, I was this caretaker. It was, you know, 24/7. without a job. Like, it was my job and I didn't get paid for it. And, you know, and then even thinking that I would even have to get a job right now. I mean, my thing when Dennis died was I'm not doing anything crazy, like no job, no nothing for 6 months. Like, that was the rule. I needed time to do the grieving and do the whatever and transition and do what I needed to do, and I'm not even able. Like, my body couldn't even handle it. Like, I can't even handle sitting on this floor. So I don't know what soul searching is, so if anybody knows what that is, feel free to let me know, because I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm kind of afraid to go too deep into my head, because it's a very, very, very scary place. And I guess the first thing I have to do is learn to love myself and be at peace, and I don't think I'm really going to be there until I start the transition. You know, I mean, I'm starting, but you know what I mean, like, I actually start seeing results, like my voice dropping, weight loss, muscle, different changes on the body, and going through top surgery, having your name changed legally. I think once I get a date set, I'd feel really good. But I also, you know, I'm really having a hard time with, you know, the holidays are coming up. This was gonna be our 10-year Christmas together, and he's missing it. And it's, what do I do? How do I do Christmas? How do I do the holidays? I can't do it with the babies. It's just not the same anymore, you know? It was great. Dennis got stuff, and I got stuff, and the babies got stuff. My stuff was mostly the baby stuff, but you know what I mean. And now what I can do is I can do a separate video and show you I did get a few things. But I even told myself, you're not allowed to buy anything else until we figure out what the hell's going on with all this stuff we have. This is just beyond ridiculous. This is stressing me out so bad. I don't think I think in the last 10 years, I have never been this out of control or stressed. You know, and that's really a tough thing to grasp. Like, hey, you know what? You know, the person that you loved and the drug that you had with him is gone, and now you have to learn to do it on your own. And I think, you know, just thought I had more time with him. Then I regret, like, should I have transitioned earlier? Why did I want to do the whole baby thing? Was that stopping me from that? Like, could Dennis handle it? Could he not handle it? Like, I mean, I wouldn't have been expecting him to go into Boston with me. I barely can do the walk. But, you know, he would have been a good support, and we would have been able to shoot the shit and been like, you know, hey, you know, when I start pulling facial hair, can you teach me how to do the shaving? You know, we would have been able to goof like that, and he probably would have been alright. As long as I didn't do bottom surgery while he was alive, I think he probably would have been okay. He knew I was transgender right from the start and didn't care. Guys, I am so fucking lost. I am so dysphoric. I'm fighting myself every day just to stay alive. You know, and I'm trying to do the things that I need to do so I can get my goal, get to where I want to be, do my goal, do what I need to do. And I was taking these 4 days to really do some mental soul searching. because I can't continue doing PT if it's not going to work for me, because I'm not taking care of myself. And it's not their job to fix me, it's my job to fix me. So I need to do what I need to do. And I think, I think possibly the hot tub might be a better thing even for my mental status. The heat, I think, will calm me down. I think that would be good, but I need to ask him, how many times does he think would be good, helpful, every day, some days, half hour, 15 minutes, hour, what's appropriate, couple times a day, before PT, out to PT, both? Like, these are the questions I have, because I can't take this pain anymore. I can't. It really hurts. And I just want to be strong. And I see these people on YouTube, and I'm not jealous whatsoever, but it motivates me, because I'm like, okay, I see their before pictures and I see their after pictures, or their befores and afters and whatever, and they're during their transition and stuff, and they look a lot different than they did when they started, and I like that. I like that that's, that, hey, you know what? I may look like a hot guy. Like, I might actually look like... I mean, parts of it scare me, because, some of it, am I going to, like, are there some parts of my body that will become more dysphoric for me after transition, versus, I can't really explain it, but, like, what happens if my face changes in a way I don't like? What happens if I end up with more hair in certain areas that I wouldn't want? I mean, that could be tolerated, only because, I don't mind having guy hair. That part doesn't bother me, even though hair on my body bothers me, so I don't know how well I'm gonna do that, but, it would make me feel more masculine. And I'm not really into guys that have chest hair, but I think with someone who does have top surgery, it does actually look better with hair on your chest. One, because you look more manly, but two, it's actually covering the scars, which is nice. And depending on how they do the surgery and stuff, like who does it, and if it does it good, and how they cut and all that stuff, but whatever, like, and I think that, just, it's tough. We'll get through it. In a year, you guys are gonna be like, holy moly, like, look at how far you've come in a year. And the whole dating thing, I want a girlfriend. I'm not gay, so I don't want to be considered as that, and that makes me feel more dysphoric there. I wouldn't mind if I found somebody. I've always, like, if I see a good-looking girl, like, or woman or whatever, like, I don't necessarily say it to them, but I can think it. But, ever since I started transitioning, because obviously I tell them I'm transgender, blah, 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 and I'm just like, you're kind of hot. I'm like, I like your hair, I like blondes and blue eyes. I'm like, that's what I like. Just hoping that there's somebody out there for me, and we'll get there. So, guess that's it. Thanks for the talk, or thanks for listening. It helped. Hopefully I won't continue making them these long, and I'm not even going to put this up until tomorrow, because it's a lot of work. But, Some of you guys do like long, others don't. So I'm just putting them out there, and I have no idea how to even title them right now. But definitely we'll be talking about the transition, so we'll be in that kind of topic content, and so people can, you know, find that a little easier. But yep, I'm avoiding going and doing these things. So much work that needs to be done here. It's making me so sick. And I was going to do laundry tomorrow, but I decided not to. I mean, come on, I haven't even taken this off yet, so I got more work to do. Alright guys, I'll let you guys go. I think that's all I can talk about, really. I can't sit here anymore. It's really killing me. You know, like I said before in my other video, that if I ever felt like I really was going to hurt myself, obviously I would get the help I needed. Today was really difficult between the pain and the major dysphoria. What I did though is, I don't know if I can show you. So my clothes, I found out, I did some searching and I found out that color is definitely a factor in how you feel. Like, colors play a factor in your mood. But what I did was, as I was going through my clothes, I was actually making them with their outfits instead of like, oh, all my sweatshirts here, all my pants here. So these are actually all outfits ready to go. You just can go and pick out the outfit that you want and you're good to go, and that's it. So I still have more I have my laundry I gotta do. So once my laundry's done, I will continue because I know there's more that I can do. But I am feeling really dysphoric about color, but at the same time I feel like that might be important for me to overcome. I wore color when Dennis was here and had no problem with it, but I feel really like dysphoric by myself and wearing like yellow or white. And I have to do what I need to do. Like, I would wear it if I was a guy. And guys wear yellow. And guys wear maroon and red and stuff like that. So I just need to, you know, need to get there. So that is what we're going to work on this week, is we are going to try and start wearing some color. Some of them, like there's one outfit that I really would like to wear, but it's just not cold enough yet to wear it because it's a sweatshirt. So, but I like the long sleeve shirts that have like the hood and the pocket. So I would like to find some more of those. That'd be nice. And I'm kind of mad at myself because I think I had bought a few before we moved, and they were too small for me then, but I probably would have been able to fit them now. But a year ago I wasn't thinking of transitioning, so maybe I'll have to go back on eBay and see if I can find some new ones like that and get some new ones, because I personally like the hoodie with the long sleeve shirt and the pocket in the middle of it. So it looks like a hoodie, but it's not. It's like a it's just a t-shirt, kind of t-shirty material. So I like those. They fit nice. I like them, and I would love to have like 100 of them in all many different colors and stuff. And that's just like what I'm into, and I'm just gonna have to deal with it. And I only like sweatpants, but still very dysphoric about my body. And I'm noticing that part of the dysphoria in my clothes for me is before I always liked baggy clothes, and I'm sure some of you guys can relate to me. So I always like baggy clothes to hide my body. But now that I'm transitioning and I'm trying to lose weight, that makes me feel fat. not the other way around. Not that I'm hiding. I mean, yes, I'm still, and that's the thing too. That's what's really so hard. It's like I'm still trying to hide my body. I don't want anybody looking at my butt. I don't want anybody looking at my boobs. I don't want anybody looking at me. Like, don't look at me. You know? And then when you add color, people are gonna look at you. And it's just like, don't look at me. You know? I don't like looking at myself. I don't want you looking at me. I think for me, like, what's really hard is, like, if a guy would have, like, hit on me. Like, it'd be one thing if a guy would have hit on me after I transition and look more like a guy, then I'd be fine with that. Like, hey, sure, okay, whatever. But it's before and they're looking at me because I look like a girl. Like, that's the part that kills me. Just kills me. So, yeah. I'm not the only one alone. I have a couple other friends that have been contacting me because they're suffering with their dysphoria as well, and we all understand. We're there, and you know, some people can't transition or don't want to or can't, or just whatever their reasons are, or they are transitioning or want to or scared to, whatever the case may be. I encourage you guys to, if that's really what you want, don't let anybody stop you and do it. Your dysphoria is only going to get worse as you get older. Your dysphoria is only going to get worse and you're going to get more suicidal, and you can't enjoy life fully. And what's the point of not being able to enjoy your life if you can just change the things you need to change so you can live your life? So just also so you know, like, if I'm gonna like freak out and go off the rails, can we just wait until after top surgery is done? Like, I'm concerned that I'm gonna end up having like a mental breakdown, like seriously, just like go nuts, and I'm trying so hard to just stay focused and think of, you know, like, here, Dennis, tell me, like, you can do this. It's alright. I'm watching over you. You know, you keeping your promise like I asked you. You know, that was the deal for us to date, is that you had to watch over me when you died. That was the deal. So, I hope he keeps his promise. And I do hope he found his wife on the other side so they can be together again. You know, I think that's important for both of us, that they're able to, you know, be able to hang out with each other until I see him again. Would be nice. And yeah, I want to get some tattoos again. I have 4. I don't know if you guys know that. I have 2 on my leg. I got 1 right here, and then I have this one right here. And I want to get something like discreet. Like, I don't want it to like say Dennis on it or anything, but I want to get something sentimental. I don't know if it's something that like I would, you know, I don't know. It could even be like an angel, or, you know, I don't know yet, but when I figured that out, I also like anchors for some reason. Ever since the babies, like, anchors have really been a thing for me. Would I actually get a tattoo of an anchor though? I don't know. But definitely would like to get more tattoos. Definitely something I want to do. I do want to wait though until I find out exactly what's going to happen with top surgery. Bottom surgery, I mean, only because if you do end up having to do a skin graft, what's the point of paying money for a tattoo if you can't see it anymore, if it gets distorted off there? So, yeah. Alright guys, I'm going to let you go. I can't sit here anymore. I'm in so much pain. So much pain. Oh, and I wanted to tell you, the necklace, I'm not sure if it's helping me or hurting me. It has Dennis in it, and we keep him close to my heart, I guess, like you say, but I don't know. You know, I'm trying, but at the same token, it's kind of tough. You know, and those things, the necklaces, it's like, how long is it how long is it healthy to wear that? Forever? Like, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I mean, that's gotta be that would have been awkward for me if Dennis was wearing something like that of his wife, and every time I look at him, I see that. So, I don't know what's healthy, what's not healthy, what you're supposed to do during grieving, what you're not supposed to do, or, you know, what it's all about. You know, that's it. I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you guys so much for listening. I feel better now. I do still have anxiety, but just talking about it makes me feel better. And I just want you guys to understand, it doesn't, you know, there's nothing that anybody can say to make this better. This is something that I have to go through. This is something that has to be done. These are feelings I have to have. And I just have to have the determination, as you see, to fight through it. And if this is what I have to do to get through it, and I thank you guys for that, then that's what I gotta do. Because now that I just spent an hour and 15 minutes talking about it, and as you noticed, I cried at the beginning, or I was crying before. I couldn't even start the video because I was pulling my eyes out. Like, I don't know if I really want you guys to see me in that state. Like, I'm crying hysterically on the floor. I can tell you, when I'm on the floor, I feel safe. So, you know, I feel safer on the floor than on the couch, because, I don't know, like, I could stand up and I could go and I can hurt myself. And on the floor, it's just saying, you know, it's okay to cry, you can do this, and you're safe, and you're right here, and you're good, and that's it. Like, but I just don't know if I could really, I don't know if I could really do that. I almost did last night, just so you guys could see that. I mean, I was having such a relaxing, and everything was good, and then all of a sudden, boom, it hits me. And it's just like, but it's not, I'm not just crying about Dennis. I am so dysphoric, it's making me sick. And my OCD is making me sick. Like, if you guys don't think I'm OCD, there's a problem with that. Because I am very detail-oriented. Everything has to have its own place. Things don't have their own place. And they're like, I can't breathe. Personally, I think I need therapy twice a week, though. That would definitely be more helpful. My counselor's only available twice a week, and that's only Thursdays and Fridays. I will discuss it with her, but I don't know what I want to do. I'm trying to seek other aspects of things. I think I really need to see, like, someone on the spiritual, closer to God kind of thing, and those people are usually free to talk to, so I think I want to try and shoot for that avenue first. I know I am Jewish, but there are some things that you have to do to find yourself somewhere, or to learn how to find yourself somewhere. So, but on that note, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to like down below. And, see, I can't even think straight. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys back here the next time I have a meltdown, right? No. I'll see you guys back here the next time, alright guys? And thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for being there for me. Have a good night.